Biggest mistake number six. Biggest mistake number six is selling the property. You should never sell the property. Don't sell the property. You know why? You know why it's not good to sell the property? The property is like the goose that lays the golden eggs. What happens if you sell the goose that lays the golden eggs? You stop collecting eggs out of gold every month. What is the egg out of gold every month? The rent money. So in reality, the goose that lays the golden eggs is the tenant. But in order to have a tenant, you need the property. And if you sell the property, then you don't have the property nor the tenant. So something that I like to do is keep the property for cash flow forever. I try never. I don't sell them. It's only been two times where I sold the property, and it was because of distance, and I regretted it. You wanna know why I regretted selling them? Because just a few years later, the properties earned $400,000 due to inflation. So I miss out on those funds. So what is a good way that you can use the equity of the properties? The equity is the money that the inflation is giving you, or the forced equity. Like if you fix the property really good and make it very nice compared to all the other properties around the neighborhood that have sold for higher price. So forced equity or inflation or any of those terms is equity, is the increased value of the property. So one way you can use that equity without having to sell it is a very good method that I like to use is the refinance. It's called cash out refinance or get a HELOC. Now these two are more advanced steps, but you can do them. I learned how to do them. Listen, I've sold flowers on the streets when I first came to America. If I could learn to do that, you can learn to do that. Okay? So one of the really good ways to do a cash out refinance or a refinance or a HELOC or somehow to extract the equity out of the property is that you need to have patience. And you do that with a couple of banks, certain banks, depending on what you're doing, if it's a HELOC or just a regular cash out refinance. Either way, when you do that, you grab that money, that you grab the inflation money, the money, the equity that was in your house, and then you use it to buy another one. Now, don't make the mistake of using that equity and go on vacation and waste it. Nothing wrong about going to vacation. I mean, we get into this business to be able to have free time and go to vacation. But the money that your properties are making is like you you probably got pregnant and it's giving you babies. So don't use those babies and throw them away. I mean, use them to make you more babies, more properties. So use that equity and buy another property, and then buy another property, and so on. That means one property can get you many properties. Okay, that's one of the mistakes that people do is they sell the property because they want to get the instant money. They're so need of money that they just want to get the money in their hands. But if you do that, there are many things that are wrong with that. Why? I we talk about you lose the goose that lays the golden eggs. Also, you don't take advantage of tax reduction, the depreciation. It's like a it's like a perfect magic trick the IRS gave us, you know, uh, to not be able to pay taxes legally, not illegal. So never do anything illegal. This is a legal. It's in the tax code. You're able to not have to pay taxes on the rent money through the depreciation. It's amazing. And now there's other ways too with like another system of depreciation that is way more advanced, but there's no need to go over that. But anyway, you lose that depreciation, you lose the taxes, and you have to pay back the depreciation, the offset, the taxes that you save, you have to pay it back. Why would you like to sell it? So that I don't sell the properties, I keep them. I recommend you if you want to build wealth to keep the properties forever for your children. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children, children. It's in the Bible. God wants you to be rich, not broke. And in the Bible, it teaches us what to do to be able to leave an inheritance to our children's children. Okay, so that was number six. Now, the biggest mistake that people do, number seven. What is it? They don't repeat the process. They buy one property and then they forget about it. They don't repeat it. You gotta repeat the process. Hey, if it worked out once, it's gonna work again and again and again. Even if it was difficult, grab all the experience that you had from the first time that you did it and apply it to the second time and then to the third time and so on. What does that mean? That means if you learn a lot about the type of tenant that you selected, who is a good tenant, what makes a bad tenant, and use all that information and apply it to the next property. That makes you a little bit more experienced. What does that mean? That means you're gonna make less mistakes. You're gonna suck less. You're gonna be better. You're on the road to mastery. So you just keep doing it. Repeat the process. Don't do the mistake of not repeating the process. This is not like a one property and that's it. No. And even if you have to get your realtor license, get it. Most realtors don't even buy properties for rent. They buy and sell properties for other people. Hey, I got my real estate license, but I use it also to buy my own properties, not just to buy and sell for other people. I mean, if you can repeat the process every single time, you are getting better and you're getting more cash flow. And you have another goose that lays the golden eggs. Wouldn't you want that? Yes, you want that. More inheritance for your children's children. So those are the two other a little more advanced, but you can do them. If I can do them, you can do them. Good luck. Right below or not below, anywhere in my YouTube channel, what is blocking you? What's blocking your progress from moving forward about real estate investing? And I'll do my best to make a video about that. I want to create a community where we help people to also achieve financial freedom so they can make more money. I want to do that. God has blessed me a lot, and God wants me to be a blessing with the stuff that He blessed me with. He wants me to be a blessing to other people. I know that. God bless. Talk to you soon.